It's been 22 years since our guest today first hit our screens on the iconic children's TV programme Blue Peter. Well, I mean, how long ago was that?
1997.
How can you still look the same?
Exactly.
How can
I've got loads of grey hairs hiding away under the Sharpie pen. It was in this studio as well.
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
And were you one of the longest-running female?
Yes,
presenters?
yeah, but I didn't beat John Noakes, unfortunately.
Oh.
John Noakes. Yeah.
Wow. So you're here today to tell us about this event that's coming up, which is called the Girl Can Park Run event.
Yes, so
This Girl Can.
Yeah, that's exactly it. This Girl Can have partnered with Park Run, and the day before International Women's Day, they're going to be doing massive park runs all over the country. And it's a way to get women involved, because a recent survey showed that 75% of women aren't doing as much exercise as they'd like to, and it's because there's so many barriers, and lots of the stuff is kind of quite subtle and institutionalised. But, for instance, women with kids feel that the bulk of the childcare should be done with them, and so whereas their husbands are often going for a run or going on bike rides and so on and so forth, they feel bad to do that because they're looking after the kids.
Did you feel that when you had your children?
So I mean, once I had my children, I can say I'm going to come clean now. I haven't really got back into doing proper exercise until my youngest went to school, and it's only by chance, me and another mum friend, we started going to, in parks now, not like when I was growing up.
Things
those things like that. So because it fitted in with being able to do drop-off, then we could walk just a little bit down the street and then do it, and it wasn't wasting too much time because we didn't have to travel to go somewhere and do it and arrange to meet someone. We were seeing each other anyway at drop-offs and pick-ups. But, talking to my mum friends, loads of them have the same problem in that they want to be doing more exercise. Sometimes you feel that needs to be in a public arena, so you're going to, I don't know, a Pilates class or a Zumba class, and you can feel really self-conscious, especially if you've got out of the routine.
But on the park run, how far have you got to run?
So it's 5K, but you don't have to. This is the thing.
You can walk it, can't you,
Yeah,
if you want to?
absolutely. And I didn't really realise this, but there's people that will just go and take the whole family and they'll walk it with their kids. There's people that will be trying to beat their personal best. There's a tail walker at the back, so no one can come.
So you all got to start at the same time?
Yeah, there is.
So
that.
it's a little bit like a race.
Lots of people think it's sort of like doing a marathon and you have to sort of, be in training, but it's kind of more of a community event, which is why it fits in so well with This Girl Can.
I have to ask you, the clothes you wear on that day, are they going to be ones that you've had for 10 years?
I'm afraid so.
And luckily, how do you do that? I mean, you haven't really...
Is that honestly, Connie, because that is a long time.
You know what? I probably haven't stopped growing since I was I'm still the same size I was when I was 18 years old.
Yeah, that's
And then when you're working in telly,
Colleen's looking at you with just hatred.
Yeah.
No, but that means that also I'm tiny. Yeah, exactly. So basically, when you're on something like Blue Peter as well, or on telly in general, often you get clothes bought for you. And I've sort of just got...
So you're still wearing Blue Peter clothes?
Well, actually, as it happens, this cardigan...
These clothes are animals dribbled over.
Well, they've got balls on them. But I think it's all about bringing...
Connie, you said that in the research, you said that your husband actually is a complete opposite of you, and that every single day he's buying something from a well-known online store. So how do you manage? That's such different values. You're trying to save the planet, probably.
I think he's more the norm in that everything's so easy these days that you can order online, you can, I don't know, Deliveroo,
how does that affect you?
Amazon.
How does that impact you?
You're I'm not buying anything. Me go, that's why I'm so extreme. In a weird way, you sort of yin and yang when you get together with someone. So basically, I'm quite a messy person, and he's a really messy person. So by default, I'm kind of like a tidy person now. Otherwise, the house would be chaos, and I can't.
But what about his carbon footprint? So you're saving the planet, you're recycling,
As always with us women, we have to compensate for our
what about all the
trying to redress it a bit by not buying clothes?
Oh, yeah, you know what? I can't even bear to throw away the brown paper Like from the amp, because like all those online orders, they'll wrap a thimble up, won't they, with loads of... So, yeah, that's how I'm sort of... I do the thing of, like, mending and making do, whereas I think lots of people... We've got moths in our house at the moment, and so often things will have holes in.
So
but I'm... Oh, yeah, and you have to get it fumigated, and that's carcinogenic.
The other thing that I find really interesting because we're always on here, or guests are on here, and we're always moaning about our kids are on laptops too much and technology, they should be out playing. They should you're all for it, really, aren't you, with kids with technology?
Didn't one of your kids call Daddy Alexa?
He did. By accident. Yes, so I always say I'm quite analogue and Charlie's quite digital. So all the mums at the gates are sort of like, my child only has half an hour on screen time, and I'm like, my child only has half an hour off screen time. But I'm the one that's always trying to sort of get them off screens. And actually, if you think about it, technology is the future. Yeah. And lots of the stuff can be educational. My son did very well in his spelling test because we had him doing his spellings on an app. So, you know, you can make technology work for you. I always think
educational.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the way families play board games, in a weird way, they should be trying to think of more sort of family educational things that you can play on handsets.
And of course, Charlie writes Black Mirror, in which you've co-written an episode as well, which is all about the future and technology and stuff in a kind of scary way, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it is. The unknown is always scary, but then we have to remember people feared books at one point, people feared TV, and
But are your kids outside and running around the garden, or are they locked onto their screen?
And well, so that's the thing. As much as, you know, you want them to be balanced on everything, they will always gravitate towards the things that you don't like, sugar, you know, screens, all of that stuff. But it kind of makes things like going out and having a run or going to a forest club or all that stuff a real exciting thing, which means that actually you can balance it out in that way. And, for instance, they'll be coming to the park run as well. But, you know, mums are always looking for family activities and ways to sort of kill time with your kids.
And these park runs are all over the place.
Well,
yeah, absolutely.
We're gonna
and it's Saturday, the 8th of March.
Yeah,
completely ignoring this as well.
International Women's Day.
It's for International Women's Day, so get yourself down there. Sign up. Konnie Huq, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.